Hello, folks. Good afternoon, and welcome to XM Live Education. This is the Beginner's Room. My name is Stanislav Kolev. I will be your trading expert in the following 1 hour. Looking forward to have this session, as always, as an open debate, open discussion. So, fellas, talk to me about the trades, setups, ideas, instruments, just anything you guys are interested in. Let's talk trading, let's talk market, and let's talk about the opportunities that are on the horizon. Um, Oil is getting ready. We had the price in the current candle already below the stochastic, so we might get to anticipate the stockma long signal that we have there. I have a little problem with this miraculously. I might be using the I will pay attention to the chat just a moment. Have to fix something because I cannot use the list anyway. You know, the oil setup, I cannot write it down in the list at the moment, but you will be able to see it in a few minutes from now. I see in the previous session have been Nikitas and Gerhard, and the current one I have Boyki, my man, in the building. Thanks so much for tuning in. We got pound New Zealand, pound Swiss euros, and New Zealand dollar, Euro GBP oil. Oh, that's some fat list that you got. We we start with we start with the oil already, and I will be using this setups file for now because for whatever reason it doesn't want me to log into um, to the correct files. Okay, so oil, it's bullish, Venezuela longs, whatever. It's a stockma, so let us actually fill it here in the form as well. This is a cheat sheet for the non-farm payrolls. We traded the New Zealand hit and run, and Nasdaq to break evens. I will show you afterwards. So we have oil. Opa, I need to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so could be nice and visible. Maybe zoom in a little bit also here. Let me know if this is good enough, or I will need to zoom in even more. Taka, pound versus New Zealand. That's an interesting animal, and it is at the high extremes. I suppose that if we ride with the sentiment, very good chance that this continues shooting up. I kinda currently see it a little bit more bullish. Clear now, perfect. Kinda see it a little bit more of a bull. This particular market have been hugging the highs. We tested this structure multiple times. What do you see here, Boyki? What do you see here? We got some up thrust, but not really trusting it. Not really having the configuration. Okay, looking at the chat. Very good afternoon to Ioannis, my man. Thank you so much for tuning in. How are you doing? How is your weekend? Boyk is saying, I'm looking at 1 hour, see a false breakout and retest. Yeah, that's right. Also, it's backed up by this leg down. Honestly speaking, I don't see much. I don't see much. Let's look at the stock, man. The last time you had a signal, it was too late because it's also at the highs. Here you had a good rejection, but no signal. Um, it's a choppy, uptrending instrument recently. On daily, you have gotten a couple of good stock configurations, but that's it. That's it. This is the 4 hours that we have, and on the 1 hour, here no volume. Here yes volume, but this is on the 200 below the moving average, so it's a no. This is a no. This is a no too. And, this I wouldn't have it in my radar at the moment. I don't see much of an edge on that particular instrument. Am I more bullish on the pound? Probably yes, because the budget that we got. Probably a little bit more than the New Zealand, because I also expect some sentiment shifts. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if I have to say, what am I on pound? Let's check the pound dollar too. Let's check New Zealand dollar. I think, look at this. Pound is pretty solid against the US dollar. That's some very solid move that we have. I got this break even. I'm gonna pay attention more to the account these days. Pound dollar rather shooting more up, and on daily we also still in an uptrend after this move up. And on New Zealand dollar, we just started the uptrend and we have a potential false breakout back in the structure that we got here. I'm not gonna take any positions up until we get the US session open. Only after the US session there was the Powell Trump drama. We got so much happening. I'm gonna wait for USA to wake up for me to start taking dollar related positions. For the S&P I already open, oil, everything is fine. Just for dollar, I kind of don't trust this move much. Yeah, I kind of don't trust this move up, and we'll wait in the next hours to see if we could get some development. If daily really close back in, so we have a daily spring, that's a different story. But I have the suspicion that on the low time frames we could get some um, fireworks. Yeah, even though look at this, I don't know. Let me rearrange those a little bit. 10, 12, 20, 2, 3, 6, 8, 12. I reinstalled the Windows gazillion times this week, so yeah. 2 hour stockma. NZD USD 2 hour stockma. Let's write it down. Let's write it down. NZD USD H2. Yes. For a sell. So pound New Zealand, if I will have to do something, it's going to be bullish, it's going to be bias. I have some significant risks on my watch list, on my radar for that one. Yeah. Very good afternoon to Gerhard too. Please, fellas, share the list of the instruments that you guys are interested in. Next, it's pound versus Swiss franc. Today, I see you are having some a little bit awkward list of instruments that you're sharing here. Just one moment. I also want to put this on the edge. We had to start with the economic calendar because I have a list of instruments already. No, let me start with the economic calendar. It makes the most sense. It makes the most sense with the economic calendar. What in the world with that calendar we got? Holy smokes, it looks disastrous. It's not the one. It's the one that I usually use. Okay, tomorrow. Okay. We have tomorrow inflation at 3:30. Very important. No, not the text. Very important. I am not gonna be live, but I'm going to definitely trade this event. We also have the core, etc. 1700 new home sales. 30-year bond auction. I'm not sure if at the moment makes sense. I think for me, it is clear the bond picture. Continue on Wednesday. Wednesday, producer inflation, 1530. USD PPI plus core retail sales. PPI year over year. Yes. Why it is too bull importance? Um, Retail sales. That's a little weird. Then we have crude oil inventories, trade balance in China. No reaction from the markets. Then we go directly to Wednesday, 1700 question mark. Supreme Court ruling tariffs. That's outstanding. So more or less non-event on the PPI because we have Supreme Court on Wednesday the 14th. I will be there, folks. I will definitely be there. Um, More important events incoming. 9 o'clock. GDP. We're gonna be together. Manufacturing French CPI, Spain CPI. I'm not sure about that. Load more? What in the earth? Jobless claims. Okay, 1530 USD claims plus Philly. FET. Account. Bostic will speak. PMIs 1545. We got the USD.